Yeah, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime, boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? What's next for Jermell Charlo, man? What's next? I know everybody, including myself, was really excited about the build-up between Jermell Charlo and Julian J. Rock Williams for a 3-title unification match. I was really excited about that fight, man, because I'm just so eager to see Undisputed. Especially, I want to see Undisputed in all weight classes, but especially a weight class like 154, where I told y'all, man, I made a couple of videos a few weeks back about 154 being the most exciting division in boxing, and y'all seeing it now. You know what I'm saying? This division is the most popping division. It's the most competitive. You never really know what's going to happen. All the guys are fighting each other, and most of them are PBC fighters. You know what I'm saying? People talk so much trash about the PBC. That's where all the competition at. You know what I'm saying? PBC guys are actually fighting top guys, and they fighting and they compete. You dig what I'm saying? And it's going down. You know what I mean? You can't really talk bad about a fighter that has a loss because they fighting top guys, you know, and everybody's competing, you know. So 154 is such an action-packed division, and with everybody, all the names and all the talent in that division, you know, anything is really possible. Now, with Jermell Charlo, like I said, we was wanting to see J. Rock Williams versus Jermell Charlo, and recently, this past weekend, J. Rock went out there versus Jason Rosario, and he got upset. You know, it was a very entertaining fight. They was going toe-to-toe, which probably didn't go in the favor of J. Rock to go toe-to-toe with a guy so big, so strong, so steadfast, and so focused on implementing his game plan, walking J. Rock down behind a stiff jab and nice combinations and very, very powerful punches. So that fight happened, upset. Now Jason Rosario, a guy who nobody was talking about, nobody even thought of, is now a 2-title unified champion at the 154-pound division. You dig what I'm saying? So now, you know, most people would expect to see Jason Rosario versus Jermell Charlo, excuse me, I'm trying to get this camera right and shit, you did. Jason Rosario now is unified champion with 2 titles. Jermell Charlo has his WBC belt. We want to see Undisputed. We want to see unified championship fights, and this is one step closer to Undisputed. So I would love to see Rosario versus Jermell Charlo next. However, J-Rock does have a rematch clause, and to be honest with you, as the opposite of what Jarrett Hurd did when he had opportunity to exercise his rematch clause versus Julian Williams, I think Julian Williams is actually gonna go forward with his rematch clause and try to get his belts back. He that type of dog, you know what I'm saying? So I actually think that he's gonna exercise that, and if he wins, maybe they do a trilogy. If he wins in impressive fashion and, you know, he holds on to the belts and there is no trilogy, I want to see Jermell Charlo fight him immediately, you know what I mean, or whoever has the title. But as far as Jermell Charlo, man, who can he fight next, since we know he's not going to be able to get Rosario next if that rematch clause is exercised by Williams? Who can he fight next? Should Erickson Lubin get a rematch, another title shot, or do we want to see Erickson Lubin fight another top guy and prove that he's ready to get back in title contention again? Do we want to see Jermell Charlo versus Jarrett Hurd, the fight that we never got to see? I don't mind watching that fight. I think that'll still be an action-packed fight. And Jarrett Hurd has already said that he don't plan that fighting at 160. He's going to continue to campaign at 154. So if he come back down and he's truly going to be at 154, I wouldn't mind seeing Charlo versus Hurd, you know, Charlo versus Lara, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different fights that could be made, man. But, you know, we want to see Undisputed. I think it's so many options at 154 for Jermell Charlo, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to see what's going to happen next, man. Like I said, it was a bummer that we didn't get the Charlo versus Williams fight next, or we won't get that fight next. and it might end up being Charlo versus Rosario. But it doesn't seem like, just going off of what Rosario's promoters were saying, even though they under PBC, he has his own little promotional thing that he working with, or he's under a different like promotional banner, you know, so they like to, you know, kind of move their fighters a certain way, you know what I mean? And the way his promoter was talking, it didn't seem like that they were willing to get right in the ring with Charlo if Williams doesn't exercise that rematch clause. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Who would you like to see Jermell Charlo in the ring with next? And who's the best option, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.